comes, whether it's drop earrings or a beautiful influence in a cuff. I have a feeling the same thing's gonna happen on this one-of-a-kind necklace. Completely sells out. So, right now today, we're featuring this brand new turquoise feather necklace at $20 off of the HSN price. So this is priced at $255. It will be $189. If, you know what, forget that. It's never gonna last. The whole look here is $169.98. Now we have this actually, because it's a nice, you'll notice too, like a Rollo, three-dimensional mariner type of link on here. This is a full 26 inches in length. We just have it tightened up a little bit in the back, which you're able to do if you wanted to shorten it, or you can wear it, you know, in that long matinee, very dramatic look. Under $200. I mean, there's a lot going on. Tell us a little bit about this.
That was one of my favorites, and especially on a necklace like this, you can feel the workmanship in it, and especially the way the links are made. I was showing it how they would cut the links and, you know, fasten them together, how they fasten the bezel on, like around the stones, how they're cut. And because you have to have it perfect in a certain way to where the stone will fit exactly inside the bezel. And so when you see stamps that are made like this, you don't do just one necklace at a time. You do like 1,000, like I said, maybe 1,000 feathers all at a time. You do like a bunch of links before you make the necklace together. So you get everything together in a process, and then the next step would be, you know, finishing the necklace in itself.
And okay, I love that. Now they just told me last and final call going out on this necklace. Not surprised. How unusual too, the shape here of the turquoise.
It's like a heart. Just when
I know.
It's very abstract. The artist in here, his name is Gilbert Smith. I always talk about the flicker bird story. This is a long time ago when all the birds were coming together. They talk about how they were going to put each other in rank, and the highest of the rank was the eagle. And so you have this little baby bird come walking around, and they were all trying to have their little meeting, and he comes to the eagle and say, you know, what could I do? What could I do? But the eagle was still trying to, you know, have his conversation with everybody else, and kept saying, you know, what could I do? So just to get him out of the way, he tells the little flicker bird, you know, to go shoot up towards the sun, past the clouds. And so while they're having their conversation, they thought, you know, he was gone, you know, thought he just flew away. But you hear this big sound coming down from the sky, and the little bird actually was on fire. His feathers were on fire, his tail was on fire. So he came down so fast, like an asteroid, he hit the earth. And he was so deep inside the ground, they thought he was gone. So they were all looking for him. So when they were looking for him, he jumped out behind the eagle and said, you know, so what else could I do? And so the eagle said, since your feathers are still red and you're still alive, this is what we're gonna do. He says, what you're gonna do is protect us from any negativity in the world, any evil in the world. And so for the eagles in native tradition, they're sacred birds. And so they say that they can pass through the spirit world and talk to the ancestors. And so him being of the highest rank and bestowing that rank upon the flicker bird, he placed all the birds in different ranks, you know, for them to be held in different ceremonies.
No, I never heard you talk about that. I love that story. See,
yes.
Okay, fewer than 4. Oh, now 30. Okay, these are definitely on their way to selling out. Brand new today. Knew that was going to be a quick one. Over, again, 24 inches, 26 inches to be exact, but you have that wonderful adjustability in the link here, so you can adjust it to whatever neckline that you're wearing. But what a gorgeous statement piece. Not a statement price. We are celebrating Chaco.